Good day, we're back, and we last left off, we were talking about the ye old Daryl Doe Erden.
Good old Daryl, one of them knife-eared folk. Now, just so we're clear, I got nothing against them. I just think they're backstabbing pieces of shit. Now, I first got my exposure to them back in '06, or was it '07? Anyways, when I first got me my first Drizzt book, basically the cover centered on Wolfgar. Now, there'd be a nice example of a purebred human. So I thought Drizzt be human, right? But no, turns out he's a dang knife-eater. Well, I'll be danged. But it's nice that they're getting their own books, I say. I just wish it was written by their own kind, not by a fellow human. Dang you, Salvatore, you fucking species traitor.
That's just terrible. You're going to get, like, the entire internet down on me now. I do not have an opinion one way or another about Drizzt Do'Urden or like, you know, elves. I think the fact that they are very long-lived is very cool. They're very experienced in, anything and everything. They are cool. Please do not sue.
Is you an elf lover, John? Is there something you ain't telling me?
Hey, you know, elf women, they're very experienced. Very, very experienced. They got several hundred years of great experience. Also, I know the M-Man will understand this. What are you shooting me for? Really, Solitude Sewer Guard, you think you could take me on? You think you've got my number, as it were. Wow, he actually did do some damage to me. But seriously, look at that. My glaive is bigger than you are. Now, maybe if this was like Gotrek or Felix, because Gotrek and Felix were sewer jacks at one point. Look at this. I'm healing faster than the damage he's doing. Why are you bothering to attack me? What did I do to you? And why do you still think you can take me on? Okay, look. I'm not even going to block. Look how much bigger I am than you. You have to look up to me. Well, I leveled up literally from doing nothing. Well, yeah. You didn't take an arrow to the knee. You took a glaive to the body and died for it. Oh, he has a lot of shit on him. Look at all this stuff. I will check those orders later. I just decided to go in here just because. Although how the Predator even fits in here, I do not know. It's a big-ass sewer. This actually looks like something. This actually would be a plot from like a Predator comic. If there were like actual sewer guards. This is where you'd start.
That actually makes sort of sense from a design standpoint. The first area in a video game featuring a predator in a fantasy section is a sewer level.
Because, I mean, nobody would know we did it, you know? That's actually something kind of interesting. To get off the topic of sewer jacks and Gotrek and Felix being them, one of the things from Predator Concrete Jungle that made no sense, and I'm talking about the book/novel, is the Predators, since they're on this giant, you know, human safari thing, they decide to attack in the most inconspicuous area possible. And where do you think that area?
New York.
Not only that, but where exactly? You might think.
Brooklyn.
No, like a location. Nothing, huh? That's why you no longer have a head. No, well, that's a lot of gold. I will take all that gold. Predator's being an anti-hero now.
The screen had a fucking aneurysm, so it's like it skipped through a few parts.
Oh, well, you didn't miss much. I just killed a bunch of ineffectual guards. They attacked me first. So, Dustin is technically not a bad guy.
I'll take your word for it.
But, the Predators decide to attack, get this, he's trying to run away. You can never run away, giant rat. But anyway, they decided to attack a police station and kill all the cops within. I'm thinking, like, you do realize that's going to bring a lot of heat down on you, right, Predators? You're supposed to be smarter, stronger, older than all of us. Do you honestly think attacking a police station they specifically attacked?
I imagine that they're the equivalent of redneck predators who don't exactly have a lot of brains.
That's what I'm guessing. Now that looks really cool. I really do like that. The giant rock bridge. It's rock bridge.
Bubba, look at them humans. They's been converging in that big old building right there. Them blue ones especially. Let's go kill them. maybe their shiny things will fall off, and we can take them as trophies. You got that right, Cletus. Let's go do it.
I'm back, and the game crashed. It crashed exactly where I thought it would, too. We should be able to walk through it now. It usually requires one crash to get it to work.
And...
What's this?
Wait,
Riceland?
Riceland?
In the middle of nowhere. No, not Riceland. Explore the underground complex. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, but this is our quest for this episode. So yeah, this was totally planned. I just found a rowboat and, well, we're rowing it. Well, we rowed it.
We wrote it or we rode it?
I don't know. You're the one with that fancy phonetic language. You figure it out.
Wrote it, rode it. See, it's much easier when you use phonetic.
We don't like that kind of language around here. We like...
Even though there are still some homophonic words in my language too, it's just that they are much easier to figure out.
There's the underground bit that I'm supposed to go explore. Oh, first let's level up. Let's actually play this like we know how to play a video game. One of them there video games.
An interactive story. No, dumbass. An interactive story is basically a very expensive movie played on a computer. A video game is one where you have a win state, a lose state, and it depends on player skill.
Can I actually upgrade anything? I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. That's probably oh wait, I can get a upgraded lockpick.
What?
Oh, I could make such a redneck accent to the joke here about lockpicking, and yeah. But I'm not.
We'd probably get attacked, so that would be bad.
Lockpicking? What are you, a rogue?
Yeah.
Is you a dirty backstabbing, dagger wielding, hood wearing rogue?
Maybe. Maybe. You got a problem with that?
Yes, I do. I do have problems with rogues in my neighborhood. We tend to burn big uppercase R's on their lawn.
You know, okay, see that's the problem. Most people won't get that, but I get that. That's just terrible. And that's wrong. So you can get away with that because you're in Europe. Nobody cares there. Me? No, I'm not into it. What's the interest of this thing? Never, you know, Dawson Day is like failing spot checks left and right. Okay, hold on. Let's check. What's the word of the quest here? It seems there's something to, whatever the fuck you pronounce that. R-U-S-Y-G. Is it story? Rusig. Story after all. Let's see just how accurate his tall tale really is. Explore the underground complex. Seek him out at the Weeping Skeever Inn in Solitude. But, okay, I'm here now. Where's the underground complex?
You're in the fisherman's shack.
Oh, wait, there it is. I see it. It was under the bed.
Well, it's a good place. It's a secret underground thing, so it works. It took you a while to find it.
Well, yeah. Predator failed a bunch of spot checks. How did this guy... I don't know if I like this Rusik guy. I'm starting to think he's more like Buffalo Bill. Wait, is that
Would
his
you
name?
enchant me?
Is it really Buffalo Bill? Is that his name?
Would you enchant me? I'd enchant me. I'd enchant me hard.
So
I'll be honest.
dude.
I'll be honest. I never watched Silence of the Lambs. I never even read the book. Well, I never read it from beginning to end.
I didn't even know it was a book. Just how...
Oh, you fucking plebeian.
Hey, I am just as much of a plebe as the next man. That's me pretending not to know what that word means, even though I know what that word means. Why is there a ghost crab? Why would you... Why would there be such a thing?
Come to avenge his brothers. Those who have fallen to a crunchy yet delicious death.
I never had crab before. Probably should at some point.
Neither have I. I never even had a... What would you guys call them? It's not... I never even had squid For fuck's sake.
Calamari, that's what it is.
Calamari, whatever
I have
that.
an interesting story about that. Okay, so sometimes you can get calamari where you just like eat bits of the tentacle, okay? That's not bad.
Okay.
But then, Mizio and I once went to this restaurant, a fairly fancy one, I forget what it's called now, where they had fancy calamari, which included infant squids. I shit you not. Now, of course, I didn't know this. I was like, oh, it's just calamari, it's bits of a tentacle, and I was like, just defeat Aranstus. Yo, Aranstus, how it hanging, man? And the Predator didn't even take a single hit, because Aranstus, he's a redneck. Me, I'm a bigger redneck. That's not, I can't think of the word right now. Well, joke aborted. With crew of a large Martian vessel, buddy, glee, okay. Tarnished ring, I will take that, even though I probably don't need that, okay. But, yeah, so I just started eating the, calamari, right?
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be I was eating, like, is that a baby squid? And Mizio was all like, yeah, it is. Like, oh, God, that's just disgusting.
That's fucking wrong. I mean, it's like, I've eaten, like, a baby cow. I never actually had to look at the baby cow. To me, it was just a lump of meat on my plate.
Why is there a Mutt Daniels? Good. Die, no, Mutt Daniels is somebody else. I know who that is. Yeah. That's from a book series that none of you guys have read.
Mutt Daniels.
That's from a book series called, I can't remember what it's called now. My brain hasn't been working very well as of late, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you know that there's a Harry Turtle Dove wiki?
I'm not surprised, but it would have to be a people even nerdier than you or I. Because let's face it, anybody who's ever heard of Harry Turtle Dove knows he writes alternate history. And his alternate history, either that's going to be a leap of faith, or that's an elevator of some description. Or not an elevator, but a movie platform. But, Harry Turtle Dove, he writes, alternate history. Okay, so, is this a leap of faith? Yes, it is. You must have faith in God to make it down. Ah! And I died. My faith was not good. My faith was not pure. And that's with the Black Warrior. But anyway, his works are always very historically accurate to the point where if you don't know your history, you're not going to know who he's talking about or who's supposed to be alternate or not. Case in point, like, the Spanish Civil War took place in the late 30s. Okay?
Okay.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
Here's the big problem. If you don't know who actually were the main leaders fighting in that particular war, you're not going to really know who's alternate and who isn't.
Okay.
Case in point, it's like, there's a book series called The War That Came Early. It's where old Eddie decided to invade the Czech Republic instead of just, annexing it and not having any problems with having to fight there. Problem is, that somehow changed a bunch of other stuff too. And, like, it changed some very subtle things that I don't even know about. Like, instead of the Spanish Civil War being led by Francisco Franco, it was instead led by somebody else. But I didn't know who the fuck Francisco Franco was. So until I actually looked it up, like, oh, so that was a different guy.
See, that's why I don't like those types of books. I don't like it when I have to read literal mountains of history books just to get this one book to understand,
Mm.
It's fucking annoying. It's like, call me a fucking plebeian. If it comes to a choice between reading a book that I need to read 10 other books to understand, or reading a Star Wars book where it'll literally turn my brain into butter, I'll pick the Star Wars book.
Because I like butter. I likes to butter up my bacon nicely.
Oh my god. See, that's the thing though. Like, I cannot do a good Southern accent, even though I'm from the South of all places. And
And even my accent isn't proper. I don't even know from which region it is.
I don't know. The thing is, like, what we would consider a Texas accent isn't. Case in point, like, my grandfather, he has a Texas accent. Because, like any place, there's multiple accents from multiple regions, as you'd imagine. Like, he has the West Texas accent, where the ends of certain words have an ER attached to them for some reason. So it wouldn't be window, it would be wind-er.
Inter.
So yeah, it'd be stuff like that. Me, I don't know how I got my weird little Russianese accent that I have. It just sort of happened. It just sort of came about.
Would you believe that I actually lost my native accent, and now whenever I talk native, people say, "Are you from America?" or "Did you study abroad?" and more, I'm just getting tempted to say, "Yes, I have indeed studied abroad, and I came back here."
I do or do.
Okay, now we're back.
Anyways, where was I? Right, I'm getting more and more tempted to tell people that, yes, I did indeed study abroad. I studied gender studies. And so I've come here to monetize on that diploma. So far, I've only been able to get work as a street... No. Actually, if I did get a job as a street sweeper, I would actually have a stable, nice paycheck.
But you could always just say that you did cheeseburger manufacturing studies.
Cheeseburger manufacturing studies. No. I majored in eagleology and had a minor in gun physics.
Gun physics. I actually would like to take a gunsmithing course, because gunsmiths actually make a great deal of money, as you can imagine.
I was like,
But, let's see.
that's somebody's.
But see, I like studying abroad myself, actually. It's very enjoyable.
You studied abroad?
Yeah, just the one, though.
Where'd
It'll
you
dawn
study?
on you in just a second why that's funny. I did study...
Oh god, that's such a goddamn cheap pun.
Yeah, I know, but I had to... I had to. I had to.
God damn it.
Holy crap, there's a lot of guys in here. It's one of them clusterfucks.
Yes, well, books.
Okay,
Cluster copulation.
Do you know what? That's funny. That's the first swear I ever made in any of my videos.
Clusterfuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody's really seen this video, which pisses me the fuck off, because I really wanted people to watch it. My review of the Doom novel, Need from the Dead, it's never been on YouTube because it always gets taken down. I don't know why, though. But it's always pissed me off. Because, like, literally, that's the first time I ever say the word fuck in any video, is when I say, what ensues is a complete clusterfuck is Lieutenant whatever the fuck his name does something stupid. Lieutenant...
See, I always remember your first... I remember your first fuck, John. I remember your first...
That, because,
I remember your first fuck being with the alien queen.
I know, she was kind of rough, but you just gotta kind of just lay back and take it. That's just terrible.
Basically, when you were playing, what was AVP Redux 2000?
Oh, yeah.
When you had the problem with that facehugger because you fired off prematurely all your blasts.
Hey,
so basically
that happens to everybody, okay? It's not just me. Sometimes I was really excited that day, okay? Really
so you lost your shit multiple times, and then one time you even tried to whack the facehugger with your thin stick.
Hey, it's not thin. It was cold. Okay. There was shrinkage, man. Shrinkage.
But then you were good for another round, so you were able to blast the facehugger in the face as well as the queen in like 3 consecutive goes.
Exactly.
And it's like that took some goddamn endurance and force of will.
Yep, that's why they call my General Lots, not Phelan McPhalenstein.
Or oh god, I could make jokes on account of two people and their sexual performance, but I will not because I don't have your permission. But oh god, how I would like to.
Yeah, let's avoid that because I don't want to be...
Let's not and say we did.
Exactly. And so basically,
So,
we've just been chewing through these Thalmor like they were nothing, and I like that because I hate the Thalmor because they've banned Talos worship, and I worship Talos.
So those were the 5 minutes of double entendres.
Yep. Operation Double Entendre. Incidentally, that was a movie. Well, except not the entendre part. Alright, and we're back, and it crashed. Because, why not? We're probably going to end the episode as soon... Well, there's no probably about it. We are going to end the episode as soon as we get out of the little mod here. Because this is just your standard dungeon crawl where we get to just murder hundreds of Thalmorians. Because they banned Talos worship, the bastards. No, buddy.
Refresh my memory, because I never played Skyrim. The Thalmor are basically dark elves.
Actually, no, they're not. What they are your regular high elves, and he doesn't have a head anymore. They're your regular high elves, and essentially, after a variety of issues that took place after the Oblivion Crisis, they basically became, well, they're Nazis in every way, shape, and form. They're Nazis, and we're just gonna do one thing here, and that's gonna be killing Nazis and carving swastikas into people's heads.
That would actually be a nice mod where basically you take the texture of all the Thalmor and just give them a big old swastika on the forehead, a la Charlie Manson.
Well, actually, I was thinking more like Glorious Bastards, but I guess that works too. Because I'm a big fan of that movie. I thought it was pretty good. Okay, where's our local map telling us to go? Search the office of Grand Duamus at the top of Barshold Tower. Because I know what that is. Let's see. I shouldn't take any falling damage, and I don't. But I liked...
these towers.
Really did like Inglourious Bastards. I like the moral ambiguity of it all, and I really liked just the fact that the main bad guy, Colonel Landa, even though he wasn't, some people say he wasn't a bad guy, but he still was. He was still a member of the SS, and as we all know, they were the worst of the worst. Seeing as how they were troops of the state, and the state was bad. But I like the fact that not everybody, there wasn't any clear-cut good guys or bad guys, and I really liked one part of the film. This is a spoiler, I guess, but if you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. Essentially, I like one fact there. And, some of you guys might get pissed off at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Essentially, there was a part wherein you got to see, there was a Nazi war movie being shown in this theater, which was, the climax of the whole film. And it basically showed all the Nazis enjoying all the other Nazis killing all the American troops. They were laughing and enjoying it. And I liked that scene for one reason. We all look at them as being evil for doing that, and yet we, members of the Allies and things of that nature, do that when we watch Nazis getting killed. Not realizing that that's a lot of bad guys. Look at this. Look at all these. What are they waiting for? They're waiting. Well, I don't want anything from you guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, they're all staring at me.
Just picture them in their underwear and don't get a boner.
Oh dear, that's not good. There, I can't see it now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you that you do realize that fucking run! Oh shit, run away! Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I just like how it kind of shows that it was an interesting sociological thing. Let me put it that way. My brain isn't working very well right now. That's a lot of... Oh, they're just tossing fire. Like that's gonna hurt me. I'm the fucking predator. But now it's like, when we look at, war movies, we often just root for our side and are glad that the bad guys are getting killed, not realizing that everybody is sort of the hero of their own proverbial story, I don't know. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say, though.
The thing is, I never once considered war movies to be a good vehicle for that kind of shit. Everybody's the hero of their own story, because that is more character-driven. And whenever I think of war, I think army. And when I think army, I think obliteration of personality. And when I think obliteration of personality, I think cold, mechanical drudgery.
Well, you probably wouldn't be that wrong about that, because it is always the problem.
I know that there is the possibility of telling a story set during wartime where the characters do have personality. It's just that, okay, let me put it to you like this. I cannot conceptualize it in my head. I know, intellectually, I know that it's possible. I just cannot fathom it.
Well, there's always that. Really, one of the things I love about the Uber comic is that it shows just the brutal nature of warfare. I mean, that's one of the best things about Wolfenstein New Order that I love so much, is that it shows just how brutal, how first-person shooters, we consider them fun because they are, but at the same time, we never really show just what being a warrior like that would actually entail and how it would affect your psyche, That's the thing. Whenever you see a war movie or something like that, most war movies tend to gloss over the actual brutality of it all, It's just like, it's an entertaining film,
Yeah, but to be fair, there are some people who actually enjoy shit like that and think, oh my god, this is awesome! Basically, I remember reading 2-3 years ago, somewhere around there, about this one guy. He was American, naturally, a complete cheeseburger eater. He could literally be summarized as all those MST3K names like Stump Chunkman, Rod Sirloin, or whatever. He looked exactly like that, and he basically
also, trying
kept
to get to Sovngarde for some reason. I probably should have been paying attention to the flavor text, but I wasn't. So that's not good. We're trying... there's an easy way for the Predator to get to Sovngarde. You know how? Self-destruct. We can just activate the self-destruct device, and we get there quicker. Because technically, Sovngarde is warrior heaven in this game.
Yeah, you actually have the ability to self-destruct like that in the game.
No, you don't. Not in this. Although what's interesting is in AVP2, you could during multiplayer. I remember that. I remember I used to piss off Tim when I do that. It's one of the tactics I like to do just to be a dick. Holy crap, what the hell? Ah! Well, I took no damage, but still. One of the tactics I like to do to piss off Tim, in addition to using the disc and the plasma caster, was playing dead. You could do that, if I'm not mistaken. And just self-destruct. Boom! It's hilarious. But anyway.
Anyways, getting back to the story. This guy, he basically kept a count via tattoo of how many people he killed, like a tally. I think he kept it on his right thigh or somewhere. I can't remember properly. It's like, okay, so he keeps a count. That's morbid, but okay. The thing is, then he I think attacked his wife or some shit, and then killed civilians too. And of course, he was an avid COD player, 24/7.
Yeah, but
people
trying to say that the game did it, though.
I'm not saying the game did it. I'm just saying that he was geared towards it because it represented that which he loved, carnage. So to me, that the warrior with PTSD and so on and so forth, that's just one aspect of it. There are real psychopaths who enjoy that type of shit.
Exactly. You know what's interesting about all that, though?
What?
So it's kind of scary. I actually have read in places where people have been talking about going to gun stores, saying, "What gun can I use to kill noobs?" How about none? How about you just step away from the store. Holy shit, what is that? Spectral dragon? Alright, let's do this. This shit just got... Holy crap, I just got hit by a fucking landmine. This shit just got real, and not really, because I was able to... When I said this shit got real, I guess I was wrong, because I killed him in 2 hits.
So shit just got sort of translucent, but not really crossed over onto our plane of existence real.
No. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I thought the Predator would actually have to fight a legitimate foe, and, well, he didn't. I don't leave the Dragon Bones there, because I don't need them. Try not to hit the landmines. That would be bad. But yeah, I would never sell a gun to somebody who wanted to use it to kill noobs. Like, come on, man. How stupid do you have to be? Say it with me now. Bože moi.
Ah, bože moi.
Holy crap, that's a lot of Draugr. Draugr Bob? Holy crap. I'm fighting Bob the Warrior. He doesn't build anything.
You're gonna die. And you died.
I thought the Predator would be able to take him on. He's just a guy named Bob. Come on.
Yeah, but Bob had a few friends over. Bob, Rob, Job. It's still spelled similarly.
And of course, I was gonna come up with something funny, but I can't because I'm fighting for my life. Holy crap. You know what, Bob? Fuck you. Oh yeah, that reminds me from Spoonie's Phantasmagoria, Bob. Alright, Bob, you and me outside right now. You and me outside right now. We're gonna finish this.
I never watched his Phantasmagoria reviews.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
Reviews, Let's Plays.
It's hilarious. That was when I just started getting to watching internet videos. I was like, it's just like MST3K.
Yeah, see, I very rarely find Let's Plays interesting.
Most of the time, yeah. That's, of course, then again, like, that's what, I mainly am doing these Let's Plays because they're fun, and I want to actually give everybody some content. I don't know. You guys, the fans, do you think my Let's Plays are any good? Because I don't. Personally, I think all the Let's Plays I do are terrible. But I do them anyway just because I want to talk and actually, oh god damn it. And actually do something.
The problem with Let's Plays is you have to be one fuck of an entertainer to make it good. Like, to be topical and not to be disrespectful, because I really, really love the guy and his material. If Robin Williams did Let's Plays, I would have so watched all of them.
Yeah, that would have been pretty hilarious, actually.
And you know what's the real shame? He was a gamer.
He was? So I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know his daughter is named Zelda, right? You know whom he named her after?
I didn't know he had a daughter. And I didn't know her name was Zelda. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, he named her after Princess Zelda.
Oh, I figured that. I didn't think she named her after Queen Zelda the First of Poland. Zelda's probably not a Polish name. No disrespect to all Polish fans.
Yeah. Ah, screw Poland.
I actually have Polish fans, and they're going to attack you.
Okay, well then they first have to get through damn near every country that's in the way. And once they attack Hungary and Austria, they're gonna get butt fucked. Because there's only 2 people who get to fuck my country over. Austria and Hungary. Nobody else. We may be a bitch, but we're an exclusive bitch.
And we're going to Sovngarde now. We just died. The Predator died of a heart attack, I guess. Oh, I know what this thing is. This is part of a quest where the Thalmor are trying to kill people in Sovngarde because they hate Talos. So we get to save... Hey dude, hold on a second. You think you can take out Talos? Well, guess what? Fuck you! Oh, come on, cut his head off! Yes! Hails to the... Oh, he's still alive! Holy shit, he's still alive!
Without a head?
That was just his first form. Shit. Alright, you cunt. No, I died. How do I die in Sovngarde? What happens? That's actually something interesting. Okay, if I'm already in Sovngarde and I die, does that mean I come back to life in real life?
That's an interesting question.
Or better yet,
I assume you just get a respawn.
pretty much. Or better yet, not to keep changing topics, but this is something I just thought of. Okay, I was thinking about this yesterday, just to show you how nerdy I am, ladies and gentlemen. I was thinking, like, okay, what superhero could fight Cthulhu? And then I thought to myself, couldn't technically Deadpool fight Cthulhu? Because Deadpool can't die. Because I've read that, like, he can't go to the afterlife. Well, I defeated him pretty handedly there. Woo! I am the man. But anyway, they could not steal Sovngarde this time. Not on Doshin Day's watch. But anyway, so you got, like, Deadpool. He's already crazy and he can't die because, like, somebody made it to where he literally can't die because he's cursed or something. I can't remember exactly what that was. And also there's, like, a plot where, like, he was in love with the embodiment of death who happened to be a hot chick of some description. But anyway, he can't, but long story short, he can't die. Because his soul can't cross over into another world. Meaning that Cthulhu can't kill him. Now, Deadpool is already insane, so technically Cthulhu can't make him insane. But then I thought, okay, then you run into a paradox. Because you got Cthulhu that can drive people insane just by looking at him, but if you're already insane, does he drive you? And we're back, because the game crashed right where I figured it would. But we're back! We just saved Sovngarde, and whilst I was getting the game running again, the M-Man launched World of Warcraft, which is just sad. But anyway.
Well, it's fucking not. Well, okay, it's me playing World of Warcraft is only sad in that I literally have nothing else to play on this computer that I haven't played thousands of times before, because this damn thing couldn't handle fucking Oblivion. That's how weak it is. And it can just manage to handle WoW. So I'm taking what I can get.
Alright, and we're back. As you can see, I'm in a completely different area. And you want to know something horribly annoying, ladies and gentlemen? The save got corrupted! Woohoo! Because that's how we love to roll, ladies and gentlemen, because you gotta love those corrupted saves. You want to know something interesting? We'll get back on the tangent we were on just a minute ago. But one time when I modded, as you can see, I had to load up a really, really old save back before I killed that female predator in the previous, well, I don't even remember how many episodes ago it was, which is fucking annoying. But thankfully, I mainly loaded this up just so we can end the episode, because I don't really feel like playing all the way through that mod again, which is what I'm going to have to do. In fact, I'm just going to run away from her. We're just going to run. Run away. Run away. But anyway, I once modded Fallout New Vegas with, like, more mods than I normally use, and it was so crash-prone, I literally had to save before I went through any doors, because the game would crash. But what made it worse is, half the time, the save itself would become corrupted. Like, fully unusable. Which was really annoying. And I really liked all the mods that I had, too. I had one where it was like, I should try to get that, I bet there's one for this one, where you can actually see your entire body. It was a camera mod. That one, I was able to keep using that one, which was good, because I liked that one. And then I had, like, a mod that really made, I'm not going to bother looting anybody, because it doesn't matter. Then there was a cool mod that allowed you to see, essentially allowed you to see through a helmet, but that doesn't make a lot of sense at first glance. Essentially, you know how you have a helmet, but it doesn't show up in your field of vision? With that mod, you could. Like, if you had, like, goggles on, it'd be like you're looking through the goggles. And that was really cool. And there was a mod that I had where you could go into bullet time, and you could upgrade it. It was just all kinds of stuff, but it didn't like to work together, and I eventually just had to completely reinstall the game, which didn't cause me to cry too much. But anyway, back to I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about. You were playing.
We're talking about basically I'm just playing World of Warcraft because why not? I need to finish up a few quests before the whole process starts up again. It's literally just bring me 10 bare asses.
Now Blizzard owns your soul.
No, it doesn't. You want to know why? Because I never paid them shit. This is the starter edition. I only get to play up to level 20 and then I'm done. Because I sure as fuck am not gonna give them $15 every month. I might be crazy, but I'm not stupid.
You never know, though. They might start using the hypno tech. Oh yeah, I can't go over there because there's predators over there that I killed in another episode, but I can't now because I'm too low level to even look at them without dying. Predator just has a heart attack. But to finish up the episode and to finish up a thought I was having, so it's kind of like a paradox of sorts. You've got Cthulhu, who can drive you insane just by looking at you, and you've got Deadpool, who not only can't die, but is already insane to begin with. So by being driven... So, if looking at Cthulhu drives you insane, but if you're already insane, does that drive you sane? But then you become sane, and you look at Cthulhu and you get driven insane again. Does it just, is it just an endless cycle, I wonder?
I imagine that would be very topical in the Deadpool comic.
That actually... I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a writer write that.
Oh, thank God, Cthulhu is public domain, I think.
Because, Deadpool versus Cthulhu. My money's still on Deadpool, though. You know, because he's Deadpool, and I like Deadpool. I like the Deadpool game. I reviewed that on CGR. If anybody wants to see it, I thought it was.
You did?
Pretty, yeah, I did. I thought the Deadpool game was pretty funny, actually. I remember Yahtzee comparing it to Family Guy, but I didn't think it had that kind of really dumb humor that Family Guy has. So
well, to be fair, I actually like Family Guy because it's just so bad that I can enjoy it because it's not fake.
I suppose, but then again, I'm pretty sure a lot of people still like Family Guy, even if I don't. I stopped liking it because it got way too political. You know, I hate it when shows get way too political. I stopped watching The Simpsons because that happened, and also because The Simpsons these days suck.
Yes. Oh, and what was I going to say? Right, there's something I wanted to say. If any one of your fans plays WoW, and they ask me what my name is or anything, please don't ask. After I reach level 20, I'm going to stop playing this, so it doesn't really matter.
What if these videos get so popular, they're like, we want to play with you, man.
But I don't want to... But I don't want to play But I want to play with anyone else. This is just for me. And that's it. I don't work well with a team, whether in video games or in real life.
But
for me, it's like.
What if there was a really attractive person that actually lived in your same country, and they just wanted to play that game with you so badly? Then what?
Well, then I'd have to meet them in fucking real life so I can verify how attractive they are. And by they, I mean she.
Exactly. So, what if that happened? Would you then want to play WoW?
Well, first I'd ask them to hit me over the head with a bottle so I can make sure that it's not a fucking dream.
Oh. Well, you heard it, lady. You heard it, fangirls from Croatia. The M-Man wants you to play WoW.
No, God damn it. I actually know one guy who's played World of Warcraft so long he has 4 characters. No, he has 3 characters all maxed out, and he started up a 4th.
I just never got a chance to play WoW, because I don't really care. The only Blizzard game I enjoyed a lot... Well, there was 2 Blizzard games, 3 Blizzard games, 4 Blizzard games. What am I to fucking count now?
5 Blizzard games! Ha, ha, ha.
But, yeah, I really liked StarCraft 2, specifically, and Diablo 3 and 2. Because there's actually an instance where the M-Man and I, along with Mizio, actually played a game of that, which was a lot of fun.
You also play with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, that guy too, who had a French name despite being in Croatia, which seems strange to me.
Yeah, it was just a name. I took pleasure. Basically, he was popular with the chicks in school, so I took pleasure in calling him the world's first walking STD farm.
Wow.
He was a cool dude, though. We actually did some videos at one point where we basically tried to debunk Andrea Dworkin's speeches. For those of you who don't know who Andrea Dworkin is, count yourselves lucky and please do not look her up. You'll try to cut your eyes out.
I like cheeseburgers.
Anyways, we did videos about that, but we never actually published them. Thank fucking God. Because if we did, it would be one of those, old shames.
The old
Think of your old Professor Lots videos, but way worse.
Don't remind me
But
of that.
way worse.
How do you get worse than that?
I don't know how, but I actually managed because I was the one who looked. I know you hate this term, but I looked and acted so autismal back then. Because
yeah.
this was way back before I actually grew a brain. But I was a teenager. I was a teenager in high school.
I think you'd be a teenager in high school, otherwise that would cause a lot of problems.
I was like in, I think, what was it, 11th, 10th grade, somewhere around there, or the equivalent thereof. But yeah, I acted like a complete tootlick. I acted like a goddamn tootlick. The very fact that I think I contacted you in like 2011 or so. The very fact that I did not piss you off, that I managed to act normal enough to like hold conversations with you is a fucking miracle in and of itself.
See, that's the thing. I think you're too hard on yourself because, like, growing up, prior to the internet, I thought all people were really stupid. So, and you gotta. Here's an interesting fact for you guys, the fans watching. Okay, so I went to I wonder if I mentioned this. I feel maybe. See, that's a problem. Like sometimes I forget if I recorded something or just talk to you about it. But I went to a pretty well-known school district called Skyrim. It's located in Jersey Village. It's more of it's definitely not HISD. And for those of you from Houston who actually know what that is, you know that HISD is pretty bad. It's mismanaged left and right and all that. But it was a pretty fancy school. Okay, kind of an upper crust kind of thing, even if I myself wasn't at the time, like at all. But that's neither here nor there. I graduated not as well as I'd liked to have done. I was only like in the top 50% or something like that, which is pretty surprising. But it wasn't but I had some issues going on in high school. But that's neither here nor there either. But see, the thing is, like, people that I knew in high school were all really, really dumb. And that should be saying something, because I was, like, in all advanced classes and stuff like that. Because I eventually sort of grew a brain myself. And it's amazing. I'm not going to help you. I'm just going to go on here and kill things. I'm not even saving this. But it was amazing how, like, when I was in advanced classes and everything, how dumb people acted. It was just amazing to me. You could say, like, oh, they're teenagers. Still, just... But here's the interesting thing, though. The most interesting thing of it all. My high school, 30% of the people there did not even graduate. 30% didn't even graduate. And you know what the funniest thing was? I'll never forget this. Because what you could do is, like, you could exempt out of your finals if you had, like, high enough grades. And you know what? I exempted out of every single final. Because I had good enough grades. So, like, some of the people... Like, I still talk to one or two people in high school, but I didn't have what you would call friends. Like, at all. In fact, I didn't really have a friend, like many people would consider a friend, until 2010, so I want to tell you guys something. But yeah, I showed up for, like, I think it was like a rehearsal or something for the graduation. It's like, we haven't seen you in a while, John. Like, but were you sick? It's like, no, I just exempted all of my finals. They're like, all of them? It's like, yeah. It's like, is that a hard thing to do? I didn't say it like that, but I wanted to say that though. It's like, seriously, man, people grow a brain. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, like, And that's the thing, a lot of people like to go on about the, American school system being terrible and all that. I honestly think that's a nice excuse, but everything I saw was the people. I'm just gonna put that out there. I think it also has something to do with people too.
It also has to do. It also has something to do with the fact that current culture is nothing more than just, it's pussy culture. It's like, it's okay, honey. The problem isn't with you. It's with the teachers. They're just not teaching you right.
See, I'm not even sure if it's that either. It's just, in my personal experience, people just didn't care. It's like all they did was literally just talk all the goddamn time. In between acting like an idiot and shouting out woo, and the game is now broken. I can't leave the cave. And with that, I think that's probably the best thing. Well, it looks like the Predator's drunk or something. So anyway, with that, I think that's a good stopping point. It's the General Lutz.
And the man.
Signing off.